Welcome, we are going to perform the opera of the fairy tale Hansel and Gretel. This opera was written by Elgibert Humperdinck.
Long ago, at the age of large spooky forest, there lived a woodcutter with his wife and 2 children. The boy, who was a little mischievous, was called Hansel, and the girl, who was much more sensible, was called Gretel.
Sadly, the woodcutter was so poor that he barely had enough money to buy food for his family, so he went to the market to sell his broom. His wife went with him, leaving the children alone.
The children soon became bored, so Gretel decided to teach Hansel a dance.
Brother, come and dance with me. Take my hand and then you'll see. Right hand first, left hand then, round about and back again.
I would dance but don't know how,
When to jump or when to bow. Show me what I ought to do, so that I may dance like you. With your feet you tap, tap, tap. With your hands you clap, clap, clap. Right foot first, left foot then, round about and back again.
With your feet you tap, tap, tap. With your hand you clap, clap, clap. Right foot first, left foot then, round and round, back again.
That was very good indeed. Oh, I'm sure you'll soon succeed. Try again and you will see. Hansel soon shall dance like me. With your head you nick, nick, nick. With your fingers click, click, click. Right foot first, left foot then, round about and back again.
With your head you nick, nick, nick. With your fingers click, click, click. Right foot first, left foot then, round and round and back again.
Brother, come and dance with me. Take my hand and then you'll see. Right foot first, left foot then, round and round and back again. I will dance but don't know how.
When to jump or when to bow.
Show me what I ought to do,
So that I may dance like you.
With your feet you tap, tap, tap. With your hands you clap, clap, clap. Right foot first, left foot then, round and round and back again.
With your foot you tap, tap, tap. With your hand you clap, clap, clap. Right foot first, left foot then, round, round, back again.
That was very good indeed. Oh, I'm sure you'll soon succeed. Try again and you will see. Hansel soon shall dance like me. With your head you nick, nick, nick. With your fingers click, click, click. Right foot first, left foot then, round about and back again.
With your head you nick, nick, nick. With your fingers click, click, click. Right foot first, left foot then, round and round and back again.
Unfortunately, as they were finishing their dance, they carelessly knocked a jug of milk off the table. It was the last milk in the house. Just then, their mother came back, and to her horror, she saw the milk spilled all over the floor. This made her very angry. She was so cross that she sent the children into the woods to pick strawberries for tea. In despair, their mother sat down and sobbed. She was sure that they would all die of hunger. Then she heard the woodcutter was coming home. She told him about the children. When he heard where the children had gone, he was shocked because there was a wicked witch who lived in the woods. It was well known that the witch turned children into gingerbread, so the mother and father ran hastily into the woods to find Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel and Gretel had finished picking strawberries and had been so busy playing and laughing but they had not noticed it was getting dark. Now they began to be frightened because they realized they could not find their way home.
Gretel sat down and began to sing a little children's song. It was about the Sandman who helps children sleep and gives them sweet dreams by sprinkling sand onto them.
A tiny little man stands as still as stone. He wears a purple coat and he's on his own. Say, who can that man can be, standing there so silently, with his purple coat in the wood alone? His hair is all of gold and his cheeks are red. He wears a little black cap upon his head. Tell me who that man can be, standing there so silently, with a little black cap upon his head.
So the children began to feel tired. It was time to sleep, but before sleeping, Hansel and Gretel sang their evening prayers, and 14 angels gathered round them and guarded them all night.
When I lay me down to sleep, 14 angels will me keep. 2 are here to watch my head, to the far end of my bed. 2 to guard my right hand, 2 to guard my left hand. 2 of them will cover me, 2 of them will wake me, and the last 2 will take me to paradise. When I lay me down to sleep, 14 angels will me keep. 2 are here to watch my head, to the far end of my bed. 2 to guard my right hand, 2 to guard my left hand. 2 of them will cover me, 2 of them will wake me, and the last 2 will take me to paradise.
In the morning, Hansel and Gretel were woken up by the dawn fairy shaking dewdrops over them. They sang a sweet song to wake the children up.
I'm wide awake each morning to see the new day dawning. Who'll rise fresh as a daisy, who'll sleep in slumber lazy, and with the golden light of day I chase the fading light away. Fresh dew around me shaking, hill and dale are waking.
When Hansel and Gretel woke up, they noticed an amazing cottage which was made of gingerbread and covered with delicious sweets and candy. They started with delight and astonishment at the cottage. They couldn't believe their eyes. They wondered who lived there and thought that the cottage must be magic.
A magic cottage, how nice to be to eat.
And where's the queen who enjoys so great a treat?
If only she saw us, perhaps she'd ask us to eat. Invite us to dinner, but where to begin? If we told her we lost our way, perhaps she'd ask us to stay. If we told her we lost our way, perhaps she'd ask us to stay.
Suddenly the children hear an
sounded behind them, they felt petrified. Quick as a flash, an ugly, scrawny old witch jumped out of the house. The children tried to run away, but the witch cast a spell on them.
Hocus pocus, witch's charm, you are frozen by my arm. Do not move, do not try, you are fixed by my evil eye.
It was useless. The children couldn't escape from the cruel witch. She made Hansel stay in a coop and Gretel had to do the housework, which is celebrated by singing and dancing.
Hop, 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 gallop, lop, lop, my broomstick knack, come do not lag. At dawn of day I ride away, I'm here and there and everywhere. At midnight hour, when none can know, to join the witches' dance I go. And 3 and 4 are witches' lore, and 5 and 6 are witches' tricks. And 9 is 1, and 10 is none, 7 is nil, and what she will. And thus I ride till dawn of day. Hop, 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 gallop, lop, lop, my broomstick nag, come do not lag. At dawn of day, I ride away, I'm here and there and everywhere. At midnight hour, when none can know, to join the witches' dance I go. And 3 and 4 are witches' lore, and 5 and 6 are witches' tricks. And 9 is 1, 10 is none, 7 is nil, and watch it well. And thus I ride till dawn of day.
Day after day, the witch would give Hansel delicious treats to eat. She would even make him hold out his fingers to see if he was juicy enough to eat.
However, luckily, the witch had bad eyesight, and Gretel would tell Hansel to hold out a small bone instead of his finger. Soon the witch lost patience and decided to eat Hansel anyway. Gretel pretended that she didn't know how to use the oven and asked the witch to show her. As the witch was bending over the oven, Gretel pushed her in and shut the door with a big bang.
Hurrah! The witch is dead!
Thanks goodness, at last the witch was dead, and after a lot of searching in the forest, the mother and father were greatly relieved to finally find Hansel and Gretel. So it was a happy ending after all.
The spell is gone and we are free. We'll sing and we'll dance and we'll shout for glee. Come everyone and form a ring. Join hands together while we sing. We'll sing and spring. We'll dance and sing. We'll sing and spring.